Hi guys, welcome back to another live video. So today we'll be learning how to make a poncho for an adult size, and these are the colors we'll be making use of. I have here the cream yarn. This is a cotton yarn in cream color. Then I have this blue here, this blue shade of 50-gram acrylic yarn. I have orange yarn, 40-gram as well, red, and so I'll be making use of these colors to make the poncho, and I'll be working with 3.5 hook. You also need a scissors and a measuring tape. So this is for an adult, and I'll be starting with this color, this cream yarn. These are acrylic yarns, but this is a cotton yarn, so I'll be using the mixture. I can't find the same brand for this color at the moment, so I'll be making use of this cotton. You can use any color of your choice, and you can also use any brand yarn you can work with, either acrylic, milk cotton, anyone works best for this project. So let's start with the with the cotton, with the cream yarn, and we'll be working with 30 inches. This 30 inches is for the neckline, because that's where we'll be starting the poncho. The poncho starts from the neckline, so we'll have to work 30 inches. So to do that, make a slip knot like so, and make 30 inches, and this is where your measuring tape comes in. So insert your crochet hook, yarn over and pull through the loop, yarn over again and pull through. So you continue doing this till you have 30 inches of these chains. So guys, if you're just joining, welcome back to another live session with me. Today we'll be making another project, which is the poncho. I already have a tutorial on my channel, but I just want to make another one in a different color, because I've been getting questions about the neckline and the body of the pattern itself. So in case you have any questions, this is the right time to do that. So for this poncho, I'm making an adult size poncho, and I'm starting with the neckline. So we'll be needing 30 inches to start the foundation of the poncho. So I'm making a foundation chain for the poncho now, and I'm starting with 30 inches. So make chains of 30 inches. So measure with your measuring tape. I like to measure from this end. So measure without stretching your foundation chain. Just measure on your measuring tape like so. So yeah, I already passed it. This is 30 inches. This is where my 30 inches stops. So I'm going to go ahead and lose till I get to that point. But I'm going to add 2 more chains to make it 32. To make it to give me to have extra 2 chains. So after my 30 inches, I'll add 2 chains. So skip the first stitch here and move to the next stitch and work single crochet. Move to the next stitch, pull out a loop to make it 2 loops and yarn over to make it 3 and pull through to make your single crochet. So go ahead and work single crochets in all the chains. Work single crochet in all the chains for round 1. The first round is usually time consuming for you to work single crochets in all the stitches, but once you are done with the first round, you are good to go. So I'm at the last round, I'm at the last stitch, and I work a single crochet in the last stitch. So I'm done with the first round. Now connect the first round together to close it up. Make sure it's not twisted before connecting. Make sure your first round is not twisted. I'm going to do that again for you to see. So connect the first round together with a slip stitch. So slip stitch on top of the first single crochet, and there you have your first round. Just try as much as possible to make sure it's not twisted, because if it's twisted, then you find it difficult working the next rounds or the next couple of rounds. So now for the next round, we'll be switching our color to red. I'll be using 2 strands of this yarn because it's a lightweight yarn, unlike this cotton yarn, which I used a single strand, but for this I'll be using 2 strands of the yarn. So this is where the pattern begins. So for round 2, you change your color to red, and in the same stitch you work a single crochet here. In the same stitch as well, you work double crochets. You work 3 double crochets. So sorry about that. So you work a double crochet, 3 double crochets in the same space, then chain 2 and work another 3 double crochets into the same space. So now you have 3 double crochets and chain 2, then 3 double crochets in the same space. So at this point, you locate the next, you locate the midpoint. From this moment, you locate your midpoint. So fold it into 2. This is just an assumption. Fold it into 2 and indicate the middle point using your stitch marker. It might not be exactly where, because it might not be exactly where you'll be working this stitch, because you have to repeat 3DC chain 2, 3DC in the half stitch in the mid stitch here. That's where you make 3DC chain 2, 3DC. So it might not be exactly that path, that stitch, but very close to it, and in some cases it might be exactly that. So just indicate your middle point with your stitch marker. So now you can continue working your pattern. Before you proceed, cut off this milk yarn, because we won't be using it anymore till the next few rounds. Okay, so continue with your pattern by working chain 1, then skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and double crochet, 3 double crochets in the next stitch. Chain 1 again, skip 2 and work 3 double crochets into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 2, 3 double crochets into the next stitch. So you keep repeating this till you get halfway, till you get to this point right here. Chain 1, skip 2, 3DC, chain 1, skip 2, 3 double crochet, chain 1, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip to 3 double crochet in the next stitch. So do this. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. So I'm at that point, I'm at the middle point, but and I'm going to work 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochet in the same space. Then chain 1. But before proceeding, hold on please. So before proceeding, we need to make sure we have the same number of single double crochets, which is 3 DCs, 3 double crochets only. So we need to make sure we have the same number of these double crochets starting from this point, only these 3 double crochets. So it must be the same number with the other side. So now we have to count this part. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19. So now we have to replicate the same thing here, and we have to work 19 3 double crochets on the other side. Before doing that, we also need to count that we have enough of 19 3 double crochets. So now to do that, we have to count by ourselves. We will count, we skip 2 stitches before making it. So now we have to count it this way: 1 2 3. Here the first 3 double crochets you'll be making, then 1 2 3 2 3 4 5 6. I'm counting 3 stitches: 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19. So now here we have 19. So definitely we have the same number of double crochets on the other side. So we are just going to go ahead and do that. So now you can see that starting at the start of the second round, we have 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, followed by the single 3 double crochets only. We have 19 here, and then followed by this in the middle, the 3DC chain 2, 3DC. There's an increase here to give the V shape. So now we are going to proceed with 19 double crochets, 3 double crochets in the other side, on the other side of the other side, on the other side of our project. So now chain 1, skip to 3 double crochets into the next. Just go ahead and repeat your pattern. Chain 1, skip to 3 double crochets in the next. Chain 1, skip to 3 double crochets in the next. Chain 1, skip to 3 double crochets in the next. Chain 1, skip to 3 double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip to 3 double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip to 3 double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip to 3 double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip to 3 double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip to 3 double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, skip to 3 DC. Chain 1, skip to 3 double crochet in the next stitch. We are almost at the end of the second round. The trick about this poncho is once you understand the first, second, and third round, you are good to go. If you make a mistake from the first round, you definitely have to lose it and start all over again. So the trick there is not ensure that your first round, this first round here of single crochet, is not twisted, because once it's twisted, there's no going back. Like, I mean, you just have to lose it and start all over again, because your work is going to be twisted. So if you are good with that, you just proceed with your pattern. It's pretty easy, it's very simple and beginner friendly. Anyone can make it. It looks complex, but it's not, but it's very, very easy to make. So I'm in the last stitch right here. I'll chain 1 and skip 2 stitches, then 3 double crochets in the next. So now let's count it to be sure we have 19 here as well. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19. So apart from this 3DC chain 2 3DC, you count from this part, right? So we have 19 here, 19 on the other side, then we have the increase on both ends. Here we have the increase here of 3DC chain to 3DC and 3DC chain to 3DC here as well. So they are good to go. So now close up your round 2 with chain 1 and slip stitch in the next 2 stitches, in the next 3 stitches. So slip stitch in the first stitch here, then in the second stitch you slip stitch again, then in the third stitch, which falls the third stitch falls in the chain 2 space, you slip stitch, because you have to start the next round in the chain 2 space. You can't start it in either of these stitches, these 3 stitches. There's no way you start there. You make sure you always start it in this chain 2 space. So now this is what it looks like. Let me fold it for you to see. At this point you should start having the shape of the poncho. You can see here it's having this V. Is, yeah, you can see the shape already. So if your 2 rounds doesn't look like this, that means there's a problem either in your first round or your second round. All right, so now we can proceed with the next round. The next round I'll be working with red as well before I change the color to burgundy in the 4th round. So for the third round, you chain 3, 1, 2, 3, because chain 3 represents 1 double crochet. So 3 chains and you work 2 double crochets, the first double crochet and the second double crochet. So definitely we have 3 double crochets now, 1, 2, 3. Then chain 2 and work 3 double crochets in the same space. So basically we are repeating what we have in the lower end here. This lower stitch, we are repeating the same thing here, and for subsequent rows whatever you see here is what you will repeat till you get to your desired length. You just keep repeating the same thing. So now let me take it again. We started with chain 3 because chain 3 represents 1 double crochet. So chain 3 and work 2 double crochets more to make a 3 double crochets. Then you chain 2 in between, okay, and then you work 3 double crochets again in this same space. So now we have 6 double crochets in total. Now continue your round with chain 1. Now in your chain 1 space, that's where you'll be working from now on. You can see that for our second round we had to start skipping 2 stitches and working 3 DCs in the next stitch. But now you've created the spaces where you'll be putting the 3 DCs, so you have no issue with that. You just keep flexing from this point. So after making your chain 1, you move to your chain 1 space here and you work 3 double crochets, the first double crochet, the second double crochet, and the third double crochet. All right, so now chain 1 and you work 3 double crochet in your next chain 1 space. It's pretty easy, just continue that way. Chain 1, 3 double crochets in the next space. So far you've created your chain 1 space in the second round. You are good to go. So 3 DC, 3 double crochet in the next, chain 1. I need to fix my yarn. Okay, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the next, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the next. Keep repeating this till you get to the midpoint where you have your stitch marker. So now you can remove your stitch marker from where you placed it before. Remove it and place it in the chain 2 space here to indicate the middle point. And yeah, I need to also point this out. You might not even notice that your work is twisted until you get to the third round for you to know that it has actually twisted. This is how it will twist. So if you have something like this, you have to start all over again, because it must be aligned, it must be on the same lane, so everything must be equal like this. Okay, so continue with chain 1 3dc in your chain 1 3dc in your chain 1 space, chain 1 3dc in your chain 1 space, chain 1 3dc in the chain 1 space. I love working on this poncho because it's a unisex project and it's so lovely. The end result is so lovely, whether you're adding tassels at the end or you are not. Whichever way, it just comes out beautiful. And if you had the rib pattern on the cow on the neck, if you are making a cow neck, it also makes it much more beautiful. The one on my thumbnail is without cow neck and without the tassels, but I'll be working the cow neck pattern and the tassels tomorrow to complete the poncho. So I just need to show you how to work the body first before proceeding to that part. And with your poncho, if you're making multicolored poncho, it pops more. It pops more. If you're working with 2 to 4 colors, it brings out the beauty of the poncho. You can work with a single color, actually, it doesn't matter, it still comes out beautiful. But I love working with colors. So I'm at the midpoint, so chain 1, and in your chain 2 space, we've been working on chain 1 spaces. So in your chain 1 space where you have your stitch marker, you work 3 double crochet, chain 2, then 3 double crochet, in the same space, chain 1, and repeat your single 3 double crochets for the remaining spaces. Excuse me. So now remove your stitch marker from your second round and place it on your third round to indicate where you'll be working the next 3dc chain to 3dc. So as you work your next rounds, you continue to remove your stitch marker and place it on the current round you're working on. So for round 4, we'll be changing color to burgundy. be changing color to comb body, and I will show you how to do that when I'm done with this third round. Chain 1 3DC in your chain 1 spaces. The more you work your rounds, the more your poncho increases in length and width. You don't have to worry if your poncho is increasing or not. So long you're working 3 this is chain 3 double crochets, chain 2 3 double crochets in on both ends, and single double crochets in the remaining spaces. Definitely your poncho is going to increase in size. It won't look so now, it won't look as if it's increasing now until you get to like round 5 or round 7 thereabouts. Then you will know that, yeah, your poncho is increasing in size. So if you are making this poncho for a toddler, or yeah, if you're making this poncho for a toddler or a teenager, you reduce the number of single crochets you work in the you reduce the number of chains of your foundation chains you started with. Remember, we started with 30 inches. We started with 30 inches for an adult size poncho. This is an adult size poncho we are working on, so we start with 30 inches. This foundation chain is the circumference, the edge circumference. So whatever your edge circumference is, let me measure mine. I think it should be around 24 23. Yeah, so whatever your edge circumference is, you add 6 inches to it. So edge circumference is usually between 33 inches to 24 inches. So let's just use 24 inches. 24 inches plus 6 inches, that gives 30 inches. So that's what we worked on. So this poncho, this adult size poncho, fits size small, size medium, size large. So size small, medium and large. If you are making this poncho for an extra large or extra large, you have to increase the number of your foundation chain. So you can make it 36 inches, 36 to 40 inches, depending on how big your client is, or depending on who you are making it for. So for extra large, so extra large, you can use 36 inches to 42 inches, like so on. So that makes your project bigger, because you know that's for an extra size. So if you're making this pattern for a toddler, you have to reduce the circumference. We don't have the same circumference as a toddler. A toddler should be 20. So 20 plus 6, that makes it 26 inches. So you'll be working with 26 inches. If you're making it for a newborn or for a 1 year, for a photo shoot, maybe 9, yeah, let's say 0 to 1 year, that means you work with lesser measurement. So let's say 23 inches or 23 inches to 25 inches. That's how you start your foundation chain, and you repeat the same pattern. It's just the same pattern. The only difference is the circumference where you'll be working, where you'll be starting the foundation chain. With the circumference, you can make it into your desired size. I hope that clarifies the issue of making this poncho for any size. But for size small to large, just make use of 30 inches. Hi, hello, Deal Creations, right? Yeah, hi. Delani from Sri Lanka. How are you doing today? Welcome to my live session. I hope you're doing great. So yeah, so just keep working your pattern for the sizes you're working on. So now to end the third round, chain 1 and slip stitch in the next 3 stitches. It has to be in the next 3 stitches because you always start the next round in your chain 2 space. Please note that. The first slip stitch, the second slip stitch, and the third slip stitch. So now you can start your fourth round. For my fourth round, I'll be changing color to burgundy. I'll be using this color. I'm using 2 strands because it's a lightweight yarn. So change your color to the next color. Single crochet, so chain 3 and work 3 more double crochets and work 2 more double crochets rather. You can go ahead and cut off the former. So that's how to change your color. Chain 2, then work 3 double crochets. So at this point, you just keep repeating the same pattern. You keep repeating round 3 for subsequent rounds. The number of rounds you work in total should be 28 to 30 rounds. Because this poncho comes with tassels. So I'll be adding tassels or fringes to the end of the poncho. So that means I'll be stopping at round, so either 28 or 30, between 28 30. But most times I stop at 30 rounds. So repeat round 3 till you get to 30 rounds. And then I will show you how to add the tassels or the fringes tomorrow, and also how to make the cow neck pattern tomorrow as well. Or maybe I should just I'll start the cow neck today, yeah, so that tomorrow we just complete with the tassels, if time permits. Let's see how it goes. or it's possible we just complete all today. If you would like me to complete all, I'm all in. I already made the poncho, so this is just for explanation. When I'm done with this round, I'll show you the poncho itself, and then I'll proceed from there, so as not to waste our time, because tomorrow I would like to work on another project. So once I'm done with this round, I'll show you the poncho itself, and I'll show you how to start the neck, the cow neck pattern, and how to add the tassels to the end of your poncho. If you've watched this far and you haven't yet liked my live video, please ensure you do that. Please try to like my video. And if you have any questions at all regarding this project, please ask them. I'll reply. So I'm at the middle point. This is the midpoint, and I'm going to work 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets in the same space. So go ahead and remove your stitch marker from your previous round to your current round. Use a stitch marker that stands out and not the one that blends with your poncho, so that you won't make the increase of the 3DC chain to 3DC in a wrong space, in chain 1 space instead of chain 2 at the midpoint. The major reason why I'm making this poncho again is to clarify questions being asked in my tutorials, because I have a tutorial on this poncho but not the same color. I have the poncho tutorial. I made it in cream and red color, so I don't want to make use of the same color this time around. That's why I'm working with another color combination. And to answer the questions being asked in the tutorials I did. So I already answered the first major question of how to work this same pattern for different sizes. Your foundation chain decides that. With your foundation chain, you can tweak the sizes you want to make. The longer your foundation chain, the bigger the size, and the smaller your foundation chain, the smaller the size you're working on. Hi, crochet knitting ideas. How are you today? I love that name, crochet knitting ideas. How do you do? So you can include this Poncho project to your crochet. So this is one of your crochet ideas, crochet projects you can make, right? And I tell you, whether you are gifting it to someone or you're making it for yourself, you will fall in love with this poncho. There's no way you won't love it because it's so cute. It's cozy and cute. So chain 3 in the same slip stitch in the next 3 stitches and continue the next rounds. So let me fold it. Yeah, this is what your poncho should look like. You can see the shape it's giving, like a V-shape pattern. So what makes it that is this 3 double crochet chain, 3 double crochets, and on this end and the other end. You have to have it on both ends to give you this shape. So yeah, you just keep repeating round 3 for subsequent rounds till you get your desired length. So if you're adding tassels onto your poncho, you can stop at 30 rounds. You can, if you're not adding tassels, you want it bland, you want it plain without the tassels, you can add few more rounds to increase the length. So now I'll show you what because I already made it in the same color actually, but in rounds, longer rounds compared to this. This is just to show you how to start the project itself and how to continue and how to tweak the sizes. I kind of like this color, this red color. I wonder why I didn't use it for I used the bright red instead, but I kind of like this dull looking red. It's so cute. So anyways, let me show you. This is the bigger size. I hope my camera can capture all. If not, this is the bigger size. If not, I'll have to adjust it. Can you see? This is the bigger size. You can see how long it looks. Yes, this is the bigger size. And again, you can always make a swatch to be sure you're on the right track. You can see I kind of like this. I kind of like this cream yarn. I didn't use the same yarn because I couldn't find it. So, but anyways, it's almost the same color. This is bright red, and this is the dull looking one. Is it pepper red? Am I right? Is it pepper red? So yeah, this is the same thing I did here. Excuse me. The same thing I did here is the same thing I also repeated here. So now I'm not going to continue because it's just to show you how to start it, and you continue repeating the same pattern. So the more you work, the more it increases. The more you work, the more it increases. When you get to this point here, it consumes much yarn, because you might be spending close to an hour on just one round. Especially the last round is very time consuming. It keeps going on, and you keep thinking to yourself, when will you finish this poncho? It's always easy when you start. It's faster when you start and you get to this point. It's faster, but as soon as you get to this point, that's where you start it starts taking time, rather. So yeah, this is the bigger size, and this this part is where we'll be adding the fringes, the tassels onto the poncho. Let me see if I can show you how big it looks. The number of rounds I did in total, let's count it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Wow, I even added 2 more rounds. So yeah, you can work if you want it longer. You can work 32 rounds instead of 30 rounds. So now I'll be starting with the neck patterns. I think I should just conclude this poncho today. Yeah, I was thinking I will make a part 2 of this poncho, but let me just complete it for you to see. So I'll start with the neck cowl pattern now, and when I'm done with that, I will show you how to add the fringes onto the bottom of the poncho. So for the cowl neck, I'll be using the blue yarn. I'll be using this blue yarn for the cowl neck. 2 strands as well. You can make use of a lightweight yarn, just a single yarn, a lightweight yarn for the neck pattern. But if you wear it, you notice that the cowl neck pattern feels much more lighter. But if you're working with 2 strands, it's more bulky and it looks thicker. So depending on what you like. But for this, I'll be working with 2 strands. The 2 strands gives this bulky looking shape. I love it. But if you're in summer, you can make use of the lightweight. Just make single strand of lightweight yarn. For the purpose of this video, I'll be making use of 2 strands. So slip knot. Where did I keep my hook? So I'll be switching my hook from 3.5 to 3 mm. And working I like starting from the back. This is how you know the back from the front. Remember, we didn't close the chain, the foundation chain. We didn't close it. We just did it in rows, and then we started the first round of single crochets. It was from the second round we closed the we closed our project. So the foundation chain didn't close. That indicates the back. So I like working from the back. So at this point I'm just going to close it up. You can actually close it from the beginning. I love not to close it so I can know when my work is twisted in the second round or not. I can easily detect that from not closing the foundation chain. So now let's start the neck pattern. So single crochet, and in the same space you work double crochet. Move to the next stitch and work double crochet. Oh, let me start that again, because I noticed this point is not firm enough. So let me start that again. I'm so sorry about that. Make a slip knot, and from this point right here, you can see this is the middle point. I'll be starting from this. I don't want to use this upper part here because it won't be firm enough. I'm going to go ahead into the lower stitch and pull through my loop. So in the same space I'll work a double crochet, and in the next stitch work another double crochet. In the next stitch work a double crochet, and in the remaining stitches you work double crochet all round. So work double crochets all round. Double crochets all round the single crochets in the first round. So that's the midpoint of the other side. So you work only one DC in the stitch as well, and you continue with 1 double crochets for the remaining stitches. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Regarding this live video, regarding this poncho project, you can please ask. And if you have another question aside this poncho, you are free to ask. And again, if you're watching this live and direct, thanks so much for staying even till this moment. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the comments. I do not take them for granted. So I'm almost at the end. I'm almost at the end of the first round for the neck pattern. So double crochet in the last stitch, and to end the first round you slip stitch on top of the beginning stitch. So that's the first round. So now for the next round, which is where we start the pattern itself, we'll be making use of front post double crochet and back post double crochet for the rib pattern. Let me show you what it looks like already. So this is the first round of the neckline pattern. This is the first round. So for the second round, let's start the pattern. Let's start the rib pattern. So chain 3, chain 3, and in your next stitch here, in your next double crochet, you pass your crochet hook through the back of the next double crochet here and you push it to the front. You can see the way I pushed it to the front. So you push it to the front and you yarn over, then pass it through the back of this double crochet right here. You pass it through the back and work your normal double crochet. It's the same double crochet, just that you are pushing it to the front to work the front post. So I'm starting with the front post double crochet now. I'll be making back double crochets into the next stitch So to do that, I'll pass it from the front, okay, and then push it to the back like so. Then yarn over and pull through a loop to work my normal double crochet. So that's the back. Now we have, let me repeat myself. This is, we started with chain 3, right? Then in the next stitch we worked front post double crochet, and in the back we worked back post double crochet. So now the next stitch we'll be making is the front post. It's always front post, back post, front post, back post. That's what we'll be repeating for the for the neck pattern. Front post followed by back, front followed by back. So now after making the back, the next is the front, right? To make the front, you pass your hook from the back and then you push it to the front. This is your front. After pushing it to the front, you yarn over and you pull through that yarn. You pull it through from the back, and then you yarn over to work your normal double crochet. You are done with the front. Now move to the back to make the back post double crochet. For the back post double crochet, and the next stitch, you go from the front, your hook, you pass it from your front, and then you push it to the back and work your normal double crochet. So that's how you keep repeating this pattern till you get to the end of your second round. Work front post double crochet followed by the back post double crochet. Front post, back post, front post, back post, front post, back post, front post, back post. Yeah, and I would like to make mention of something. If you're working on extra large, and you know I told you that for the extra large is not going to be the same. You won't be starting with the same foundation chain. So if you are working with 38, 36, 40 inches, if you're starting with that, definitely you will notice that your neckline will be wider than this. And for normal don't let me say normal for human beings, the neck is always almost the same size. Even if you're a bit chubby, like it's still it's not going to be that big, it's not going to be that wide. Because if you're working on this poncho for an extra large and you use that, the neckline area is going to be very wide. So if you want a cow neck that is gathered, if you want a fitted round neck and not wide, because if you had to make the same pattern using this method, you will discover that your neckline, your cow neck pattern, it's big, it's too wide, and it won't be fitted on your neck. So if you want it fitted, there's a way to do that. You have to decrease it. You have to decrease it. You have to shape it to give that fitted look. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So maybe when I'm done with this round, I'll show you how to work that, because in my tutorial I didn't made mention of that. You can actually use the same method I used for my tutorial, and there's no big deal, there's no harm, just that the neck line, the neck pattern, the cow neck pattern will be too wide and it won't be fitted for extra large, for plus size. So I keep saying extra large. Let me say plus size. I'm so sorry. So for plus size, if you want a fitted neckline, neck shaping, you have to shape it, decrease the number of stitches you have in the second round to make your neckline fitted. And it's not just one round decrease, you have to decrease it for every round you make, because we can't just jump into decreasing it suddenly from the second round. It will look somehow, it won't look neat. So you have to decrease it gradually till it blends. It has to blend with the remaining rounds, so people won't notice where you started the decrease from. I hope I'm making some sense. So when I'm done with this second round, I will show you how you can gather the neckline together for plus size. I'm almost at the end. I just have a few stitches more to go. So I have one stitch left. If you're not shaping for size for 30 inches, you know, we started with 30 inches for the regular size poncho. This poncho that I'm making, we started with 30 inches, which fits size small to large. So with the regular size poncho, just proceed, work your last post DC and the last stitch right there, and slip stitch in the next on top of the beginning stitch to close up your round. So for your next round, chain 3 and you repeat round 2. So chain 3, and wherever you see the front post, you work your front post, double crochet, and wherever you see the back, you work your back post. So you don't need to keep making front and back. You already have it here. It already tells you what to do. So anywhere you see a front post, you work a front post, and you should know the next thing should be back, because that's what you should have next. Anywhere you see your front, you work front, and anywhere you see the back, you work your back post double crochet, and so on and so forth. Front post, back post, continue like so. And when you get to the last stitch here, you work your last post, which is the back post here, and you slip stitch in the beginning stitch to close up the round. So that's how you continue working this round till you get to your desired length. Okay, that's for regular size poncho, because with this method your poncho, your cow neck pattern looks fitted when you put it on. But if you're working on if you're working on a plus size poncho, you know, you'll be working with a wider, you'll be starting with a wide foundation chain. You'll be starting with a long foundation chain rather, which means the neckline will be wider than this. And to make it fitted, this is how to do that. To do that, you repeat round 1 just like I did, work double crochets all the way around. And for round 2, you start your front post, back post, double crochet. You do that all round. And for round 3 is where you start shaping to give the fitted look. Start from round 3. So to do that, chain 3. Okay. Oh, I made a mistake. Anyways, I don't want to lose this because if you have to shape that, you have to start the fitted pattern from round 2, not round 3. My bad, I'm so sorry about that. So let's just take this as, I don't want to start all over again, but let's just assume this is the first round. Here is the first round. So to work the second round for plus size, which you want to make fitted, that if you want to make the neck cow fitted, you chain 3. Please, this is an assumption. Just assume these are regular double crochets and not front post DC. So we have 2 double crochets here, right? We have to gather the 2 together. So if the first stitch we'll be making is the front post double crochet, right? So just gather the 2 together and push both to the front. You can see here, you push both to the front, then you continue the back double crochet. Oh, this is different. Let me start with back instead. So you take the 2 to the back and make 1 back post double crochet. So that means you've gathered 2 together to make it 1. You've decreased 2 double crochets into one. So for the next, you continue with your pattern: front post, back post, front post, back post, front post, back post. And when you have 8 of that, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So once you have 8 of that, you make another decrease. Okay, so take the two together, take the next 2 stitches together, and you work the next post, which is front post double crochet. So continue with your back, you work single, front post, back post, front post, back post, single, like that for 8 stitches. So after working into the 8 stitches, let's say this is the first, the second, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, the seventh, and the 8th. After working this, after working a single, front post, back post, then you make a decrease, you make a 2 together double crochet, but working on the front post, you gather 2 together, 2 of the stitches together. That means you've eliminated 1 stitch. Okay, so when you're done with this, you work another single post, this is single post double crochets of 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and in the next 2 stitches you make your 2 together double crochets. You keep doing that 1 1 1 1 1 in 8 stitches, and then you make your 2 together double crochets. You keep repeating that till you get to the end here, and when you get to the end, you slip stitch, and you start another round. So for the next round, you have no business decreasing again. You don't have to do 2 together double crochets all round again. You only decrease in the first 2 stitches, the first 2 stitches here. You only decrease or in the first 2 stitches, and continue with your regular 1 1 1 front post and back post double crochet all round. It's only at the end that you will make, it's only at the starting point. If you are starting another round, that's the only point you work your decrease. You only work your decrease at the starting point henceforth after making this round of the first decrease. I don't know if if you got that right, so I'll take that again. If you're working on a plus size poncho, you start with chain 3, and then in the next 2 stitches you pick the 2 stitches together and you work 2 together double crochets like I did here, and you work normal front post, back post, front post, back post in the next 8 stitches. After you're done with the 8 stitches, you now work 2 together double crochet again in the next 2 stitches, either front post or back post, whichever it falls in. You work that in the next 2 stitches. That means it has eliminated 1 stitch. So you do that, you follow that pattern of 8 single post double crochets followed by your 2 together double crochets, 8 single post double crochets followed by your 2 together double crochets all round, and then you slip stitch at the end of the round. Then for the next round, you start the normal front post, back post, front post without reduction. You no longer need to reduce. The only thing you reduce is the starting point. The starting point, after making your chain 3, you just do your 2 together double crochet in the first 2 stitches, and you continue with only 1 1 1 1 for the next round. Okay, and then for the next round you only decrease in the first, and you only decrease in the first 2 stitches for subsequent rounds. That way it gathers naturally and it blends with the body of the project you're working on, the body of the poncho itself. So yeah, that's that about plus size. That's that about shaping the neckline for the poncho. So do that till you have 15 to 20 rounds. 15 to 20 rounds should be able to cover your neck and be able to fold into 2. So do that. Tomorrow I'll show you the end result, but you just continue with the same process all the way around. For this, this is a regular poncho, so I'm just making the regular front post, back post. There is no reduction. I'm not decreasing and I'm not increasing. I'm just making the regular front post, back post DC. That way it will be fitted. The reason why I explained the fitting method is if you are working on a plus size poncho and you would like to gather the neckline, that method you can use that to shape, to get a fitted cow neck. So tomorrow I would have been done with the neckline and I will show you the end result. So after making the neck pattern, you go ahead and make the tassels. So work your tassels, because I'll be doing this offline. So I just want to show you the process, and by tomorrow, before starting the business of the day, the project of tomorrow, which we'll be working on, I'll quickly introduce the poncho to you and show you the end result. So to make your tassels, just wrap it around your arm I'm taking 2 strands together, and you can work with 4 strands. So wrap enough around your arm. I'm going to be wrapping little just for the purpose of this video. You have to make a longer one and a fuller one. I'm only making small size, just these few rounds, because I want to use it for explanation. So cut it on both ends, on this end and also on the other end. Then fold it into 2. So this size is what you'll be working on. And then you take 10 pieces. If you're making use of lightweight yarn, take 10 pieces, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So take 10 pieces, and when you fold it into 2, that should give you 20. 10 here, 10 here. 10 plus 10, that's 20. So I like to start from the midpoint, this chain 2 space. That's where I love to start. So pass your crochet hook from the back. This is the front. This is the this is how you would be wearing the poncho, and not the other way around. This is the inside of the poncho. So you pass your crochet hook from the inside and not from outside. So you pass it from inside, pass it inside out, and then you insert your crochet hook and pull through. You pull your fringes, you pull it through the space. Adjust it to have enough space so that the remaining fringes will come through, will pass through. So yarn over and bring out. So after doing this, just pulling it. To make your tassel. So I'm going to make 2 more for you to see. So at this point, you know, this is the center already. This is the center of the poncho. So you can either go this way or this way. You'll be placing 10 strands into the chain 1 spaces until you get to the next center or the midpoint. Okay, so for the next, I'll count 10 pieces, 10 strands. This is 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, that means when folded it gives you 20. So the fuller your strands, the fuller the fringes or your tassels look on your poncho. So you do it the same way I did the first one, and you pass it through your loop, and then you adjust it when you are done. That's the second tassels. And for the third one, I would use the remaining one here because I don't think I have 10 left. I think I have about 8. Yeah, so I'll just make use of the 8 just for the purpose of this this live video. So you do this, you pass it all the way around till you get to the next end here. You know, this is the next center, right? This is the next center. You also pass the same thing, 10 strands, which is 20 strands. If you double it, you do that all the way around. And when you're done, that's when you start trimming. You have to trim it to make it even. I won't be trimming now because tomorrow I'll be showing you how to do that. Should I show you tomorrow? Let me just show you now. Let me use I'm just going to cut a few. I would have loved to trim it tomorrow though. Maybe I should trim it tomorrow so that it blends. I don't want to cut it and at the end of the day it won't be even with the rest of the tassels. So tomorrow, okay, before starting the next tutorial tomorrow, I will show you how I cut it. You have to place the two together perfectly. Make sure it aligns perfectly. This panel with the other panel here, you place it together and you cut it. By tomorrow I would have been done with the neckline as well. I'll continue now for the next 15 to 20 rounds, and I will show you the end results by tomorrow. And when you're done with everything, we just weave in our ends here. We weave in the ends and are good to go. So yeah, that's the end of today's live session. If this live video has been helpful to you in one way or the other, please give a thumbs up and comment in the comment section. It really goes a long way. It really goes a long way. That shows your way of supporting my channel. So thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow by God's grace. Bye. Thanks for watching.